What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Puckett here. Today's episode, just going to be doing a small one-off video, just explaining some of the loadout system, the workshop, how it works with the currencies. It'll be pretty short, sweet, straight to the point. I don't want to yap on too much about it. But go into your normal character. You use Pumpkin Bob here. That's what I'm using on my ultimate playthrough with Icarus. Go into select character. Alright, so up here you'll see this stuff here. We'll talk about this down here first. So talents, this is just a list of all the talents in game. Shows what your skill points are in. If you have active skill points, you can't place these out. I don't know why, it don't make no sense. You have to actually be in game to be able to place your points. That's including tech and talent. So this one you can just go through, read, get an idea where you want the points to go. However, that's a good plus to this, but I still think you should be able to add your points. Unless they've changed something, last I checked, you still can't. So just making that known. The second one, tech tree, same way. Just like I said, you can look through all the tech tree stuff, read all the descriptions on it, it'll pop up a window. Same thing, can't use your tech points in here. At least you couldn't. So once again, good for looking at, not so much for putting points in. Accolades, these are really cool, but kind of stupid at the same time. So it's essentially like achievements. You got tons of ribbons for different things. Survive in caves 20 hours, collect 250 wood. Same with hunting medals. These are for killing the bosses. Boss animals. The extermination mission I'm talking about in my walkthrough. These are the medals you would get for it. So you don't get nothing but the medal. They need to have, like an XP bonus to them, or you get this much XP for getting this medal or something of that nature, but they don't. It's literally just a medal. It's for looks that nobody else can see. So it really has no point at this moment. Hopefully they add like a little XP bonus for getting this, give you a little bit more incentive to, work towards these challenges or achievements, however you want to call them. But right now, they're just for looks, nothing major. So that finishes this. You can go into customize. This is where you customize your character again. For some reason, my suit's blue. It's supposed to be orange, but you can go in and recustomize your character and stuff just by clicking down here if you're wondering how to do that. But getting into the workshop area, loadout we'll touch on after the workshop. So right here's where your currency stays. These are exotics. I can't remember the name of this right off. I apologize for that. We can call them rocket bucks, pun intended. But anyways, go into the workshop. Each mission has different currencies you can get. I'll show you this right here. So each mission has a different currency. Like this one's 150. Let's see. This one's 250. It varies. 350. Some reward exotics. Usually the hardcore ones like this will reward you some exotics too. There is missions where you can grind them, or however you want to call it, to get more exotics. Like this right here is exotic quest. You can get bonus exotics just for going in and mining them and stuff like that. A lot of people go in and just farm them over and over again. You can do that too. This one here takes a long ass time to do. I don't recommend it. Just do this one. But that's pretty much all we're going to touch on there. Each mission gives a different amount of money. Your money can be used in the workshop, which is where we're going to now. So this is a big tree of items here. Right click and drag to move it around so you can see. They've added quite a few of these since the last time I played. All this is new. These right here new. This ain't new. These two are new. They've changed some of these. Like this used to not show creature alert. That's kind of new. And they've changed it. This one here is kind of weird. I don't know if they fixed that or not, because you have been able to see players even if you didn't have it. So I don't know. That one was bugged a little bit. But each tree, like this, starts you out with food. Different types of food. Once you unlock this, it continues up the tree. Oxygen tank, start with an oxygen tank, so on and so forth. MREs give certain bonuses. You can start with axes, pickaxes, fire whackers, which goes up into repair hammers, knife spears, bows, arrows, suits of armor. Now this armor here is actually super good. I recommend saving a lot of your points. Just follow the tree directly to it. Go down, through here. They said tree has changed a little bit. I think it's actually an extra step or two to get there, because I don't think you had to get this one before. But you'll just follow the tree down. here. It's super expensive to get this, but if you save up, it's not too bad. So I explained to you how this works. So, we see our money up here. So say we're going to let's unlock Comet Coal, for instance. So if you see right here, it says 250 research cost, 50 crafting cost. So what this means is 250 points is just to unlock this. So if I hold click to research, yes. Okay. So it's research. You see the check mark beside it. That means I have this unlocked. I know it. I don't have to research it no more. This is where a lot of people get confused. You don't have this item. Like, you didn't craft this item. You just unlocked the ability to craft this item. So now every time you craft it or you want this, it costs $50, which is down there at the bottom where it says crafting cost. So if I want to craft it, craft Comet Coal stack for 50. Yes. So now I've crafted 50, which will be in my loadout. We'll go over that in a minute. But that's pretty much the basics for all of this. Same with the corn. Research costs 50. Once you unlock it, it's 20 to craft the other one out. So the research cost is what gets you on a lot of these. It's just the ability to be able to craft it. Usually the crafting cost is a lot less. You can get stuff a lot easier once you get the research. So on some of this stuff, like when you're following this tree too, you only want to research it just to get to the next part. Well, just research it. Don't craft it because it'll save you 50 points. This one costs 100, but if you was to craft it, it costs 150. So if you just skip crafting it and you just unlock it, it's 100, and it unlocks the next line in the tree for you. So it'll save you money that way as well. So you don't have to craft everything you unlocked. You can literally just unlock it to get around it. Like this right here, for instance. It's researched. I haven't crafted it yet, but I have access to all this just because I researched it. So now with the Comet Coal, in each one of these items, like I said, does different things. Like this two here, 250, 50, same thing. These right here are super expensive, and I think they're so expensive just because of what's behind them. This armor is super good early because it gives you cold resistance to heat resistance plus good physical damage, or resistance rather. So it's a great armor to get. I recommend saving for this as quick as possible. It makes beginning 10 times easier. You can take a beating. You can run in the snow biome and desert biome without freezing, overheating. Awesome to have. So let's go over here to loadout screen. So in loadout, you'll see I have Comet Coal here. That's because I crafted it. I have a stack of it. It's a stack of 25. So this is where every single set that you own is. I actually own quite a bit more. Sometimes it'll bug out. Don't panic. Your stuff didn't disappear. Sometimes it'll look like this. If it does, just go all the way back out to the main screen. Don't exit the game. Just go back to the main screen where it says, play offline. Hit play, come back in. Your stuff should be back. If it don't, then restart the game. But about 90% of the time it happens to me, I just go back, come in, my stuff's here. Some of my other stuff is on my characters as well. But for instance, this will work fine. So right now it just shows I got Comet Coal. That's what I bought. So if I want to take this in with me, what I'll do is go over here to dropship cargo, drop it in. So now when my next mission, when I drop on, planet side, this will be in my inventory or my hotbar down here, one of the two. So I'll start with coal, so I have a fuel source to burn right off the bat. I don't have to go looking, nothing of that nature. I already have it. Now with this, I'm pretty sure, once the stack's gone, it's gone. You just have to research it again. On your items like pickaxe, on pickaxe, so same way, it goes loadout. You drag it over if you want to take it with you. You are limited to 10 slots. So whatever you bring in, that's it. I doubt they go any bigger on that because some of them, like the armor's 5. So, you can take 5 extra once you get the armor. But for instance, like the pickaxe and axe, if you take those in, you already have a pickaxe and axe when you drop. So you don't have to look for stone super quick. You don't have to try to gather super quick. You already have these items. So you can cut trees and actually mine boulders and stuff to get all your resources quicker. And they have bonus for yield for mining, 115%. They do a little more damage, so it's a little bit quicker, a little bit bigger mining radius, so you can bust more stone in the area a little bit quicker. So overall, it's better to use these from the beginning because you get way more of a benefit. Now with these, so I talked about it in my first episode of my walkthrough. You don't have to put these in a drop ship to get them back. As long as you have them on your inventory when you leave planet, you'll get them back. You don't have to drag them over to the drop ship. However, you can just keep them on you. You're fine. Same with the armors, the axes, the knives, whatever. I think the only thing in exception, of course, is like the MREs, the Comet Coal, stuff like that. The consumables that you actually use and you don't get back, you just have to rebuy them. I guess if you don't use it and you bring it back, I'm sure it would work fine. But if you're using it, I doubt it'll come back. With that being said, so say you go down to planet and you use, your pickaxe and axe, it breaks on you. It's not trash. Don't get rid of it. Don't drop it. Take it if you need the space, either put it in a chest or what I do is I carry it to the drop ship if I'm close to it. I'll put it in the drop ship just to hold it there so I don't forget it. But once the mission's over and you're leaving, put it back in your inventory because once you get back to space, these repair fully. So even though you used it, you don't have to craft another one. It will repair complete. Even if it's broken, it'll come back brand new. So you'll have it for the next time. You didn't have to spend no crafting costs, no points, no nothing to get another one. It's just fully healed. So definitely keep that in mind. When they break or you use them or they're low, they're not trash. Don't get rid of them. Save them, put them up. Make sure you take them with you when you leave the planet because, heck, you get a brand new one in its place. But that's pretty much a summary of this. Like I said, I didn't want to go too long. I know I've ranted a little bit about it, but I'm trying to get a lot of information out that's pretty straightforward with this. There's tons to choose from. My path is pretty much what you've seen. This is actually new. These was in here, but they was down here tucked away. But this is actually great to start with too. But what I did, and what I think is the better thing to do, is pretty much follow the path like I showed you earlier. Get to this armor because it's a huge game changer. The pickaxe and axe is great early on. They're super cheap to get, so it don't hurt. But I recommend aiming for this armor because it really is a game changer, especially for a lot of your earlier missions in the snow and desert biome. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. I want to thank everybody for watching. Of course, if you made it this far, I really do appreciate it. That's going to be it for this. If you want to watch a little bit more on Icarus, learn a little bit more, I got a bunch of tips in my playthrough series I try to give out. I'm going through every one of the missions, of course. So if you're stuck on one, you're curious how I do it, definitely run over to that side of the videos, check them out. Hopefully you'll learn something. Heck, if there's something you can teach me, definitely, tell me. I'm always open for learning, especially new things or the way people do different things. But I want to thank everybody again. We'll see you next time.